From the east, house of light. From the north, house of night. From the west, house of transformation. From the south, house of the eternal sun. From above, house of heaven. From below, house of earth. From the center, galactic source, which is everywhere at once. May everything be known as the light of mutual love. Ayum Hunab Ku Evam Maya E Ma Ho.
The galactic tree of life and knowledge is a perfectly constructed architecture of archetypal resonance. Its structure is already imprinted in the archetypal layers of the mind. It is merely a matter of allowing the archetypal memory to arise from within the storehouse consciousness. The radial symmetry of its form is already well known to your higher self as well. In the holonomic order of higher reality, the structure of the galactic consciousness and the design of the galaxy are one and the same. Radial consciousness and the galactic order are one and identical in form. The five perfectly balanced power of harmony cells, tetrads, create a microcosm of the fifth force as the universal medium of organization. The axial polar cells are aligned along the central axis or Maori tube. The centripetal and centrifugal power of harmony cells are aligned along the galactic equatorial axis. In the center is the fifth force matrix harmonic cell, its four matrix gates perfectly conjoined to the four outer time cells, radiating the energy and power of the Hunabku 21, the fifth force power of the universe. This light photon cyclone power is the Hunabku, the nucleus of the ordinance of cosmosis. The assembling of the powers in a total is the Hunabku 21 galactic tree of life and knowledge. The formation of this power dimension is the fifth power of harmony cell, court of Hunabku, the galactic core by which unity coordinates totality. Underlying the five power cells and coordinating the 20+1 seals of authority is the skeletal structure of the Hunabku 21, the system of the axis and axial meridians, the equator and the latitudinal line of forces, the 8 binding diagonal axes, and the interconnecting pathways binding the cells into one harmonic superstructure. You cannot understand the structure of the Hunabku 21 galactic tree of life and knowledge apart from the cosmology of which it is a function. As with all celestial phenomena, there is a central organizing polar axis or Maori tube. How did this polar axis come about? In the primal always occurring cosmogenesis, there is an ejection of a type of radiation called Kuon rays. According to cosmic science, these Kuon rays are emitted from the soul quantum atom as 5 rays. The central one of these rays releases an electrothermic energy that condenses into protostellar phenomena or quantars. The other 4 rays produce a set of quasars. As 4 gigantic pulsar stars, the set of quasars revolves around the quantars. The quantars produce 2 types of seed forms, Mars and Dar, that have opposite polarities. The interaction of the thermic with electric force fields generates a set of polarities which attract Dar at one extreme and Mars at the other. The extremes of polarity establish an interconnecting tube between 2 of the quasars, called a Maori tube or connector. From these, as the Dar and Mars seed forms are gathered, nebula are generated, from which galaxies are formed. The Maori tube that organizes the galaxy axially is a cosmic channel that opens to all of the dimensional orders in the universe in 2 polar directions: the direction of the Marca pole, zenith or north, and that of the Darka pole, nadir or south. These poles attract 2 types of plasmatic seed forms, Mars and Kar, attracted by the Marca pole, and Dar and Kar by the Darka pole. The qualities of these 3 seed plasmas are Mars inert, Dart activating, and Kar vital. From these seed plasmas, the various stars constituting the entirety of the galactic order are generated. The place of their generation is the galactic matrix, the center point of the primal Maori tube, from which emanates the light photon cyclone 5th force of the Hunapku. Within the Hunapku, higher dimensional ordinances and information are gathered in resonant configurations that give form and intention to the plasmatic embryonic galaxies and star forms. As the medium of galactic consciousness as well, the Maori tube or polar axis is an interdimensional channel articulated by 7 defining nodal points, also known as heptad gates. 2 gates of light, 2 seats of power, 2 matrix gates, and the Hunapku 21. The Maori tube is a holographic channel, and establishes correspondences not only with the galactic axis, but with stellar and planetary axis, in the human body with the spine or central channel, and in the brain with the corpus callosum. Here we are concerned with the 7 nodes of consciousness that correspond to the 7 heptad gates opened every day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks per terrestrial orbit. In the Hunapku 21, these 7 nodes also establish the 7 portals of the holomind perceiver and are situated along the axis of the corpus callosum. The corpus callosum is the gateway to galactic consciousness. For this reason, the radial plasma designations in the corpus callosum do not necessarily correspond to the positions of the plasmas in the 7 chakra alignment of the central channel.